Hello, welcome back to my channel, Eden's Rose Alchemy. My name is Ashley, and I am your tarot reader today. I thought it might be fun to do a pick a card, and the topic today is, in what ways are you being protected by Spirit? How is Spirit coming through in your life at the moment? Where are you being directed? Where are you being protected? So that's the sort of vibe. I have 3 piles laid out. The first one is Genesis. Pile number 2 is meditation. And pile number 3 is exploration. So feel free to sit with that. See maybe what pile calls to you. Maybe there is more than one. And I will see you in your reading. Hi, pile 1. Okay, so this is the card of Genesis. And I have already pulled some oracle cards here. And I have 3 decks on the side ready to go for tarot. And I will be shuffling and pulling those. So let's see what we've got here. Genesis. So this is like the beginning of something. Going back to the start. The birth of. We have bloom. We have seeds. This feels relevant. Actually, let's put these up here. And this one is humanity. See the eye here. And the palms. Interesting. Okay, I have meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. And we have a rune card. Hagelas. Let's see what this one means. Ooh, that's actually really appropriate. So this is the rune of endings, beginnings, transformation, radical changes, disruption, and completion. And the card of Genesis being the beginning of the start of. Okay. Very interesting. I have tarot, so let me pull some tarot here. So for pile number 1, in what way is pile number 1 being protected? So, I mean, right off the bat, there is this very obvious arrow kind of pointing in the direction of a new start, a new beginning. We have seeds, we have bloom, we have these 2 cards here. The card of humanity and the card of meditate and contemplate. I want to wait until I get some more tarot. But this protection feels like a new beginning of something. Like kind of starting from scratch something and seeing it through, right? From a seed to something that comes to be, that flourishes. And this, honestly, the humanity card is giving me manifestation kind of powers. Perhaps it's your ability to bring this in that's being protected. How is pile 1 being protected in their life right now? Please and thank you. The Emperor. Am I keeping both of these? This one? Yes. All right, the High Priestess, and this is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, let me grab another deck here. No, I want this one. Yes. I don't know why, it just feels right. Spirit, in what ways is pile number 1 being protected? Thank you. Page of Swords. And the Star. Wow, that's fabuloso. Oh, we have one hiding under the Star. Qu'est-ce que c'est? And the Ace of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. I love when stuff is so on the nose like this. So, again, we have more reiteration of a new beginning. The start of something, the creation of something. I see here that you have an idea. Maybe you've tried. Okay. I have a feeling that whatever this is, it's something that you've been thinking about for a really long time. Maybe you've even tried several times over and over and over again to start or give this thing momentum. The stinger here is this idea. It's like when you first had the idea, whenever it was, it could have been a very long time ago, it sort of stung you with its venom, so to speak, air quotes, because it's stuck with you this whole time. You haven't been able to let it go. It's been festering in a way, not in a bad way, in a way that maybe you were kind of wondering, why can't I let this go? And maybe you've even attempted to sort of give this thing legs. Maybe you've tried to plant the seeds a million times over. But for whatever reason, it wasn't working. But this thing here is it's now finally time. I think maybe it's been on the back burner. You know, maybe it was something that you were really gung-ho about and got discouraged about it. But I see help coming in now. The Star card is, you know, a wish fulfillment, dreams come true. This sort of energy where you put all your hope in something intangible just because you believe in it that much, just because you've wanted it to work out that much. You see how, you know, she's kind of like navigating the position of the stars. It wasn't time before. That's why it never worked out in the past. It wasn't time. Now the stars have aligned for this new opportunity to come about. Look, it's being handed to you. The Six of Pentacles is somebody who's in a position to be able to help, who offers help. So maybe somebody will come and approach you. Maybe that's what this humanity thing is. Maybe now, like, you had to be in a certain position, in a certain situation, in a certain time, in a certain place. Like, it all sounds really silly until it starts happening to us. And then once it's happened to us, like, I guarantee you, once this new project of yours, I think this is what, I think it honestly feels like a project. Especially with the Page of Swords. Like, this is a new idea that you have that you really want to sort of take off. And with the Emperor and the High Priestess, you have the vision, but also with the Meditate and Contemplate card, maybe you haven't given it some thought in a while because it hasn't been working out, or because, you know, whatever reason, it hasn't been time to move forward with this thing, but it is now. This rebirth or birth of something is now ready to come about, but you need to get clear on the idea just a little bit more, refine it so that you can present yourself with a bit more, I guess, of a leg up, or I wonder what it is that you're wanting to do. This feels kind of tangible. Let me get more clarity. What is this about, Spirit? So, where are you being protected in life right now? Feels like this new beginning or this new project that you want for yourself. We're talking about pentacles, so that's going to be usually in the area of like career, finances, stability. We have the Hierophant, nice. And the Two of Wands, okay. Look at that. Ooh, I like that visual. Does that say anything? No, I don't think so. Just gibberish. So look, we have like a higher being. We've got some stars here. We got stars here. And she's giving this book of knowledge, this book of wisdom to this little girl. This feels like the assistance that's coming in, be it direction, be it confidence, whatever it is that you need to sort of spark this forward momentum with your new beginning. That's what's being handed to you. And the Two of Wands, again, that's getting clear on your path, on your direction. Where is it that you want to go? It looks, I'm not actually sure what is coming out of the shell. I thought at first it was a map, but I don't think it is. So she's venturing in with her little lantern. That's cute. So again, we have like an illumination of something. She's going in prepared. You know, she's not going in blind. And I think that's kind of what this is for you, to sit with yourself and sort of curate your plan of attack here. The Page of Swords has an idea, but he also is, you know, better than other pages, like the Page of Cups or the Page of Wands, at articulating the vision. I think this is about career, honestly. Just with these two cards, that's kind of what it's giving me. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just kind of sitting with the cards. I don't like to really rush if I can help it. What else, Spirit? What am I missing? Okay, so the message breathe came to mind, and then also something to do with the hands. I'm noticing like there's a lot of gesturing hands. What does this mean? Oh, it's within reach, essentially, is what is the message. It's being handed to you. You're getting the help that you need in order to bloom. Is there anything else that's missing then? Two of Swords. Okay, so again, the only suggestion that Spirit really has for you is to get clear on your direction. Two of Swords is somebody who needs to make a decision. So I wonder, maybe the decision for you is just to do it, to go for it, to take the leap again, maybe even. Maybe that's you getting out of your own head instead of saying it's not going to work because it hasn't worked before, or whatever it is. To have the confidence to go forward knowing that this is divinely protected. Your fresh start, your Ace of Pentacles. The stars are aligned, bear in mind. Like when the universe really wants something for you, it's one thing wanting it yourself, but when the universe really wants it for you and you're in a place, when you're in like a space and time where mentally maybe something shifted in your life, and now for whatever reason you've learned a lesson, and that lesson is somehow relevant, and now you're able to hold all of this power. A new beginning is not going to be thrust upon somebody who's going to fumble it. A new beginning is a very serious thing. It's a very big thing. What you're trying to curate for yourself is different than what you currently have going. But you need to revisit what that different is going to look like for you. Get clear on it. And yeah, best of luck. This is what I have for you. Pile number 1. The ways in which Spirit is protecting you is protecting your fresh start. So good luck, my friend. I know you can do it. Hi, pile 2. If you chose the card of meditation, then this is your pile. I will start out by revealing the oracle cards that I've pulled already, as well as the runes. And then I have some tarot, which I will shuffle for clarity. So let's see what we're working with here. We have meditation. I'm getting like third eye vibes right away, but let's see. We have wreath. We have mineral realm. This feels very like celestial, kind of like planets, and yeah. Oh my god, celestial realm. Well, there you go. I just got goosebumps. Then we've got an eyeball there. Okay, so third eye, that checks. There's that one as well. So your pile got 2 rune cards. I figured I'd just keep them. So Othala, and Isa. I like that we have actually in these two cards. This similar kind of clear quartz happening. This makes me think of clarity. Again, if we're talking about third eye chakra, this feels like an opening up, an expansion of third eye. I have a little cheat sheet here which tells me what the runes mean. So let me grab that. So Othala is home, inheritance, group prosperity, heritage, and ancestors. Okay. With the celestial round, this is giving starseed. And then Isa, I'm pretty sure is frozen. Or okay, it's stillness, self-control, focus, stability, and stasis. And we have luck is on your side. Ooh, that's always nice to see. This feels like a spiritual upgrade. In what ways is spirit protecting you? This, first of all, I feel like I'm talking to a group of I just got goosebumps again before I even said it. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps all over. Star seeds. Yay. That's amazing. So you are not from this planet. And I think you're waking up to that fact if you don't already know. You're going to be coming into knowledge, more knowledge about yourself, more familiarity about yourself, like a deep understanding, a more of a deep connection with yourself, and in doing so, and through the expansion of the third eye, a deeper understanding to your roots, your soul ties, and what that means for you. I'm just gonna get a drink here, hold on. Got my tea on the side. Okay, let's get some clarity, because now I'm curious, I'm invested. I've gotten so many goosebumps just in the last few minutes. Spirit guides, please and thank you. In what ways are you protecting pile number 2? In what ways are you protecting pile number 2? Ooh, it's pretty. I like these decks. Anything else? In what ways? Thank you. Protecting. Okay. That is good. I'll do those. So we have the 10 of feathers, which is the 10 of swords, the King of wands, the Knight of cups, the Ace of cups. And I'm going to grab this deck. In what ways, please and thank you, is group number 2 being protected? Thank you. 3 of Pentacles. Where am I gonna put these? There. And no. sure. Doesn't quite fit. Oh well. And this is the Hanged Man. Just give me a sec. Sorry, I'm just sitting with it here. Oh, the Hierophant. You're getting answers, is what's happening here. You are getting through this third eye. Okay, it's like a third eye activation. Basically, is what you're getting. Your upgrade in your consciousness is inevitable. That is what is being protected, because it is imperative for you to learn and or figure out certain things about yourself. Learning and or figuring out certain things about yourself is somehow directly tied to your purpose here, your soul mission. So you have come here, usually souls that come from other realms, especially ones like higher dimensions, and a lot of star seeds are from planets and stuff that are much more higher vibrational than we are here, which means that at some point and many points in your life you have already had a ton of knowledge about consciousness, universal knowledge, just things that are relevant to what you're doing in this life and things that aren't at all relevant to what you're doing in this life. What is being protected is this onslaught of information that will be downloaded to you. It will provide healing through these downloads, through this third eye activation, what was once stagnant and frozen and closed off. See, too, we even have like eclipse. It's blocked. And then we have this expansiveness. I mean, think about anything galactic. It feels very expansive. Everything in space feels like it's expanding. This is going to give you a new perspective. You're going to be able to look at things in your life, within yourself and within other people, much more differently. Who, what, when, why, how. Keys. Look, questions, and we have answers. And with this card too, the Three of Pentacles, this usually means working with other people to get solutions to something, to get answers, to get... See, we have a ton of symbols here. And usually when we get downloads, or when we have beings that are from planets that are very high vibrational, they speak in code, they write in symbols, you know. I mean, just even think of hieroglyphics here. More symbols and more codes. And we have the Ankh, and we have two symbols of protection here. What was Othala? What did that mean again? I think it was like something to do with ancestry. Where is it? home, inheritance, group prosperity, heritage, ancestors. Yeah, you're finally learning more about yourself and where you come from. These downloads come at a time, though, when you have been very down on your luck, very unsure of yourself, very tested in this life. The Ten of Swords indicates like you've lots of mental battles. But look, this card is very liberating. It's very freeing. We have an upwards trajectory here, as we do here. And it says luck is on your side. So again, you were really down on your luck before. I think with an incredible amount of feeling disconnected with who you are. Again, who, what, where, when, why, how. Like, this group feels like a bunch of soul searchers. And sometimes it's kind of frustrating to have so many questions in the back of your mind, to be one of those people who just genuinely goes through life questioning, like, why am I here? What am I supposed to be here for? And not get answers. That's so incredibly frustrating. For whatever reason, you were closed off to it, very much so. There was a block. I'm getting like a sense of calcification. Maybe you're, oh, well, that makes sense, actually. The pineal gland, yeah, is related to the third eye. The pineal gland has crystals, actual crystals in your brain. You have actual crystals in your brain. These are activating now. Minerals, yes, this is all related to your awakening here. This awakening, this learning about yourself, this download of codes, of knowledge, of familiarity with yourself, a deep sense of connection to the universe again. You're going to feel like, there I am. That's what it's going to feel like. And it's going to instigate a whole new kind of way of being for yourself. It's going to be very healing because, again, your perspective on everything is going to shift with this download. You're going to have a lot more passion in your life. You're going to feel an emotional connection to yourself and to other people, things, animals, in ways, I mean, maybe you felt as a child, but I have a feeling there's been a great sense of disconnection. And so, what is Spirit protecting for you? Spirit is protecting your spiritual upgrade, your advancement in consciousness, which is directly tied to your destiny and your soul purpose. So, that is what I have for you. It makes me really happy to know that you're going to feel a sense of peace. Especially this pile. I have a feeling you've been homesick and you don't even know why or what for. I think a lot of things are going to start to make sense for you. The only thing I would say, the vibe that I'm getting here is to remain open. Like, don't get scared of the things that you start to learn about yourself. Remain curious. And if ever there is, a time when you just feel very overwhelmed, either, I don't know, by stuff that you're learning about, or maybe by the fact that you have been feeling disconnected, I don't know, go into this meditative state, because that is how you're going to recalibrate everything. Your third eye, you need to sort of tune out all of the mental distraction, and you need to get quiet. But through this stillness is where you're going to get the answers and where you're going to achieve your peace. So that is all I have for you, Pile 2. I wish you all the luck in the world, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the card of exploration, then this is your pile. I have oracle cards picked, and I'm going to be pulling some tarot for clarification with a couple of decks that I pulled aside already. So we'll set this guy here. Let's look at what we've got. I think this pile got, yeah, you got 2 of these cards. So we'll see. Cactus. Entwined. And got some snakes there. Oh, gemstones. That's a pretty card. Very pretty. And flame. What is being protected? In what way? We have, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. And step out of your comfort zone. Oops. I think I just kicked the camera, sorry. I'll put this under there. You like my Harry Potter PJs? So cute. So, you know, with the exploration card and the step out of your comfort zone, the fact that I've even put them together suggests to me that you are a little, well, maybe you're not hesitant, but there's definitely encourage here to move forward, especially with prosperity lies ahead. So I feel with the cactus and entwined as well, it feels kind of sticky, something that maybe was preventing you from doing something before. Let me see what this rune means here. We have gifts, partnership, sacrifice, fair exchange, and honor. Gifts, partnership, sacrifice, fair exchange, and honor. Okay. I have a feeling this is about leaving something behind. That, like, needing to let something go to move forward, to get ahead, to get to the prosperity. Being stuck on something and not being able to do that. Knowing that you need to. With the entwined and, you know, partnership, fair exchange. Let's get some tarot to clarify, though. Spirit, please and thank you. In what ways is group number 3 being protected? Which ways are you protecting group 3? Am I keeping this one? Am I keeping this one? Am I keeping this one? No. Okay. Ooh, the star. Fabulous. Now I'm feeling like some momentum happening. But the flame and the Queen of Wands, we have a lot of fire energy. But then also too, think about just even what the star is. The star card, well, rather a star is a giant burning ball of rock. So there's a lot of ignition now. I like these colors. I'm a very visual reader, so I don't just like the colors. They're also symbolic to me. There's the Aurora Borealis. You know, it's a play on the atmosphere and different gases, and this is just giving more of this, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like ignition or alchemy. There's alchemy at play here as well. And we have exploration. Let me grab some more tarot. And with gemstones, this color. This is definitely about creating something, like going for something that you, I don't know, it feels creative. It feels exciting. But it wasn't something that you were able to do maybe before. All right. Pile 3, please and thank you. 5 of Pentacles. And what is this one? 7 of Swords. Yeah. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Because there is this sticky energy. Right? It feels like, I think I said in the beginning, it feels like there's something that you're really excited about, but for whatever reason, you just haven't been doing it. Or I don't know why. And the I don't know why comes from, it could be a person that you were entangled with that was a bit of a dicey situation where maybe like you had a partnership and you were doing all the heavy lifting, and so there wasn't this fairness of energy, and for whatever reason you felt kind of not indebted to them, but like you needed to work it out with them. But I'm getting a nudge like to leave that behind and venture on your own. Yeah, this feels sedentary for some reason. I think you were wanting to go on an adventure. Maybe it was a vacation somewhere, or maybe this was an idea that you have. Maybe you had your heart set on doing it with somebody. Or maybe you had your heart set on doing it like a certain way. But it's not working. The 7 of Swords is like sneaky energy. I'm just reading what this says here. It says book ideas. Maybe you had an idea to start a book. Maybe you were brainstorming with somebody else, and now maybe they've dropped the ball. Maybe it's like one of those group project scenarios. Man, in school, I really resented group projects because I would always be the one to take on all of it, and then people would show up at the end and take all the credit. I'm sorry I keep kicking the camera. So whatever this is, there's potential for you to be successful, because the card here says prosperity lies ahead. The way that you're doing it now, because I think you're doing it, or you're trying to do this. You're trying to go forward with something, but you're carrying dead weight. This is what it feels like. As soon as you cut that out, you disentangle yourself from whatever it is that is not a fair exchange of energy, you're going to find much more abundance in like your passion to go ahead and do this thing. Let me get some more cards here. Because right now this feels like lack, very lackluster. Not the idea, but I think like you're limiting yourself, and this feels, it's supposed to feel expansive here. So what is Spirit protecting you from? It's this entanglement with something that is siphoning your prosperity. Maybe you've invested a lot of money, your time, your energy into something, doing it a certain way, and it's just not working. Ten of Wands, Page of Swords, and Page of Pentacles. Like, we have a treasure chest. Prosperity. Page of Swords. Okay, this is giving, stop doing this as a group project. Stop trying to include, I don't know, for some reason it feels like other people. Stop trying to like bring other people along in your success. Step out of your comfort zone. But this feels kind of more like a solo mission, honestly. And you can do it. You're the one anyways that's been carrying, I guess, the vision for it, especially with the Queen of Wands, like, and the Star. This is something that you're very passionate about. But something in your life is kind of siphoning that passion. I can't quite figure out what it is, but it's going to be different for everyone. And I think that's why I keep flip-flopping between, like, I feel for a lot of you, it is probably, you know how friends like to they like to hang around when things are going really well, but they don't necessarily like to be there or help you problem solve or navigate through the thick of it. It's kind of like that. The Page of Pentacles. So this is yours. This abundance is yours. You will have the success, but you need to drop the dead weight. So Spirit is protecting the outcome, the success, the prosperity that lies ahead. But there is encouragement here, there's advice in the Page of Swords to have confidence in yourself going forward with this idea, because you're heading towards the treasure chest. No more scraping by. There is a call to, for me as well, I'm so curious, to figure out what this is. I don't know that all of you are actually aware that you have something in your life that is currently draining you. So get clear if you can. Just take some time and sit with it. Open yourself up to receive signs and messages, or just try to be a little more cognizant of maybe where you're giving out your energy, and stop sharing your ideas is also another thing that's coming to me. I know you want people to be excited for you, but you can't rely on other people for motivation to go forward. The nudge is go forward with confidence, but do it solo, because you've been carrying things like on you, you've been carrying things by yourself anyway. So embrace that, like honor yourself and this idea and this wish that you have. Oh, neighbors in the hall now. But I think that's everything anyways, pile number 3. In what way is Spirit protecting you? Spirit is protecting your end goal happiness, so long as you choose yourself. But know that if you try to carry this dead weight forward with you, you're going to end up with more of the same. Feeling like you're just kind of scraping by and you're trying to figure out why isn't it working? And it's because you're not focused enough on you and what it is that you want. Step out of your comfort zone. Yeah. Go explore. See what it is like you can do for yourself. And I think you may be surprised like how much you'll be able to thrive, because if you look, we have the cactus. Cactus are actually extremely resilient. And the desert gets very cold at night, so it can survive very harsh circumstances, extreme heat and extreme cold and extreme drought. It's self-sufficient enough. It does not need to be entwined or entangled with anything else. So know that you are going to get enough nourishment and enough direction once you do step out of your comfort zone. And with every step that you take, do it with confidence. Okie dokie. That's all I have for you, pile 3. I wish you all the best, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.